So welcome to our Insta Live, and we're sending this from Udumbara Studio in Kallio. 今日はですね、ウドゥンバラという、スタジオ、ポッタリースタジオ、陶芸のスタジオからお届けしています。
Hello!
And this is Eva, she's a potter.
And this is Eri, as everybody knows, because this is Eri's Insta Live. Yes.
Maybe.
But we are introducing our new project that we are working on currently.
Yeah, and now we're like part of the Helsinki Design Week. And Helsinki Design Week is held like every year in this time of the year. In how many years? Quite many years.
I think it's over 20 years, and at least 20 years, and it's the biggest design week happening in Northern Europe.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
そう今はですね、このヘルシンキデザインウィークの、一環としてこのプロトスタジオというイベントをやっていまして、でヘルシンキデザインウィークっていうのはこの北欧での最大のデザインイベントだそうです。で、ですね、今年は、エーバさんとですね、新しいプロジェクトを始めるということで、それのプレゼンテーションというか紹介という感じですね、やっています。
I don't know. I understood everything.
You can introduce yourself a little.
Yes.
Like,
I'm a long-time ceramist, and I use local clay. That's, for me, the material is the most important thing. So everything I make is orange, because the only clay we have in Finland is earthenware clay, and it turns very strong orange color in the kiln.
エイバさんはすごくもう長年も活動されている陶芸家で、とても特徴的なのはこのオレンジというかテラコッタ色のこの陶芸なんですけれど、この素材がですね、フィンランドからの赤土を使っているんですね。なのでそれがすごく彼女の作品の特徴となっています。How many years have been working on ceramics?
Well, I graduated from Kuopio School of Art and Design in 1990.
1990?
So few years. Yes.
30 years.
Yes, and I started Udumbara in 1994.
Okay.
So it's
like 27 years?
Yes, but I didn't start with this material. I actually started with stoneware, and I made kimchi jars. And
jars. Okay.
Yes, that was my first product. And tofu molds, and I wanted to make kitchenware. But around 15 years ago, I worked in China in the project. And after that, I decided I only want to use local material.
Okay. 今のちょっと短く説明すると、もう27年ぐらいですね、このウドゥンバラをされているんですけども、ウドゥンバラっていうのがこの彼女のブランドというか活動名になるんですが、最初はこのキムチのつける器ですとか、あとは豆腐の型をこう作る入れ物ですとか、そういったものをストーンウェアで作っていたんですけれど、だんだんこうサステナブルって言葉はあまり好きじゃないと言ってましたけど、この環境に優しいというか、この長い目で見てこう地球環境にも優しいようなものづくりをしていきたいということで、フィンランドの赤土を使い始めて、で創作をしています。When did you start like using this red clay from Finland?
I was invited to a symposium in the brick factory in 1999.
Okay.
And I studied 5 years ceramics, but I never used local clay. So in this symposium, we only used this clay. And when I didn't know anything about it, and I just fell in love with it. I just love the way it's, because it's not industrially made, so the feeling of it. So it just took me then.
Okay, since 1999.
Yes, that's the first time. And I had a brick factory owner who taught me how to use it, because I had no idea how to use local clay.
Oh yeah, so the brick you mean like it's used for the architects?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so エーバさんは1999年にレンガのシンポジウムに参加した時に、でそこではですね、この赤 赤土についてに出会ったということで、そこからすごく興味を持って素材として陶芸の素材として使い始めたっていうことです。
But now I want to interview you a little bit.
Okay.
So I remember you said that you came to Finland when you were 14, first time.
13.
13.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's and then you after that you came here to study at the Aalto University.
Yeah. When I was 27, I moved to Finland, and then I studied Finnish for 1 year, and then applied Taikki, this Aalto University nowadays, and then I started to study textile design.
And from before you were English, you studied English before?
Yeah, in my former life I was an English teacher.
And I didn't know, I knew you as a textile artist.
Yeah.
And that's how we get to know each other, because I really liked your textiles.
Yeah, thank you.
But then today and yesterday I first time got introduced to your books.
Oh.
So everybody has loved, and actually there isn't any copies left of the Finnish colors, because they was because it's we want to have this book in Finnish, you know, and so I think the books are really fantastic. What you also do.
Yeah, it's part of my work actually. Yeah, like how to say. Sending messages about Finnish culture to Japanese people. Yeah, it's one of my missions. Yeah.
But it just gave me so much more depth why your works are so great. It's because you've been thinking what you do.
Yeah.
So I didn't know the background before.
Yeah.
Now you have to translate that to Japanese.
About myself. 何を話してたかというと、私の経歴についてなんですけれど、13歳の時にホームステイでフィンランドに来て、で27の時にですね、またフィンランドに移住して、でそこから1年間フィンランド語を勉強して、で1年後にアールト大学、当時は大気って呼んでたんですけれどに入学して、でそこからテキスタイルの道に少しずつ入って、今はフリーランスで活動しています。で、エイワさんが言ってたのは実は本もいろいろ書いていて、でこちらの全部はなくなってしまったんですけど、例えばこのマリメッコ手帳ですとか、アラビアのアラビア手帳だったり、あとはこのフィンランドのデザインマスターっていうか、こちらについてなど、フィンランドのデザインとかアートについての本を、書かせていただいたこともあります。なので、テキスタイルデザインもそうなんですけれど、そのデザインなどを通じて、フィンランドの文化を日本にも伝えるっていうようなのを仕事にしています。
I wish you would translate these books to English.
Maybe someday.
Yeah, I think they would be more interesting, bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know. But now we're working together, and yes.
Yeah, we can introduce our new project.
I decided last year that I don't want to make so much functional wear anymore. Or I used to make a lot of bowls and tea bowls, but now because the world is different and all this climate change and everything, I think we have to be more conscious in what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So my plan is to make products only with the materials that I know who has made the material. So I use Kultela clay, so I know Anu and Eero and her family that digs the clay and makes the clay for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so then if I do products like that, it limits me a lot. But I think it's really important right now because we are the world is in crisis. So I started with the help of like the cameraman here and other help. I decided to make some new products. I've been making flower pots with this clay because that's when I started doing them maybe 15 years ago. At least to my knowledge, there wasn't anybody making the flower pots with the local material in Finland.
Yeah.
And now I want to broaden my production, so I decided that I'm gonna start making lamp fit. And actually there were a couple of my customers and my friend Nina behind the camera told me that why don't you make that, and then I started making prototypes, but then I had a problem because I didn't know anyone who's making lampshades in Finland.
Yeah.
And I had just purchased your this curtain of yours, and I thought, oh, these colors would look so good with this, and that's how I contacted you.
Okay, I'll try to translate.
Sorry about that.
Well, maybe I ask a question if I miss something, but thenですね、エーバさんは長年ですね、いろんな機能的な器なども作っていたんですね。例えば食器だったりとか、ただそういうものを作るのにだんだん疑問を持つようになって、というのも世界にはもうたくさんのものに溢れている。で、何をしたらso you got tired of like
you can get in a year or you can get a coffee cup, and I worked in China in a ceramic project, and I felt like my profession was not needed.
Okay. その大量生産がすごく進んで、例えばコーヒーカップが1ユーロで作られるような時代になってしまっているので、それで自分の価値観というか、自分ができることっていうのは何だろうっていうふうにまた考え直したっていうことですね。で、then you met this, you encountered this red clay and you fell in love, and then you wanted to do something with the material.
Yes, I decided I want to start doing only products with only the local material. And there's been some production in local clay, but usually they sell it very cheaply in markets, and it's like it's not valued. But I think the natural clay is much more valuable than
so trying to recognize the value of reevaluate the value of the local material.
Yes.
Like what's your kind of mission or target? Yeah.
And also, I think there is a big ethical problem in crafts that many times people don't know the origin of the materials. And I don't think it's wrong to use foreign materials, but I think we live in a world that we should know the origin of the material.
Yeah. そうですね。で、そういった問題というかの責任なんではないかというふうに考えて、創作を行っているということです。で、赤土を使うことで、もう赤土だけを使っているので、それが結構ですね、なんていうの、リミット、制限にもなるんですけれども、その制限の中でいろいろなクリエーションを広げて、なんていうのかな。可能性を探っているっていうそんな感じだそうです。
And I think the products get more value when you know where the material comes from. In future, that's part of the kestävä kehitys. I don't know what's that. Sustainable development. I mean that the product, like the best honor I ever got was one of the Finnish antique magazines says that my flower pots are future's treasures, and I think it's because of the material. If I would just make flower pots, then, but when we know the material origin, that makes it valuable in future. At least I think.
Yeah. でそのものの背景というか、そのものがどのようなこの素材から作られてっていうのを知った上で、そのプロダクトを使ってもらえると、この将来的にもなんていうんだろう、価値がつながるというか、そういうふうに信じているっていうことです。
And our project, what we are working on now, is just in the early beginning.
Oh yes. で、2人でそれでエーバさんがランプをですね、ランプを作ろうというふうに考えて、それでどういうふうなランプにしようかっていうかですね、いろんな形を作っているんですけれども、ただ彼女がランプシェードをどうしたらいいかなっていうふうに考えている時に、私と出会いまして、というものも、私の作っているこのもみの木のですね、ファブリックがあるんですけれど、ちょっとお見せしますね。ここに測っているんですけど、見えるかな。この奥にあるもみの木のファブリックですね。で、これをですね、去 去年のクリスマスの時にローカルというですねヘルシンキのギャラリー兼ショップで、レイバさんが買ってくださって、でも結構一目惚れで買ってくださって、でこの赤土のこの、作品ともすごく色が合うっていうことで、スタジオに飾ってくださっていて、でそこからまあいろいろコミュニケーションが始まりまして、で一緒にこのランプのプロジェクトをしようじゃないかっていうふうになりました。So I explained like how we started this project. Like you kind of like fell in love with this
Yes.
spruce fabric,
Yes.
and then the color is matching, and then yeah.
And I also love the material.
Oh,
That
yeah.
says
Yeah, で素材もすごくいいなっていうふうに思ってくださったので、それで So we started this product, and then this is でこれがまだですねこのプロジェクトの結構始まりの方でですね、まあ目指すは来年のハビターレってフィンランドのデザインの大きな祭典というか催しがあるので、そこで発表できたらいいなって思ってるんですけども、これが一番最初のプロトタイプになります。This is the very first prototype.
yes. So as you said in Japanese, so the Habitat was cancelled, and Helsinki Design Week's main event was cancelled, where we were supposed to be doing the first introduction for the and that's why we have the live stream, and that's why we have the pop-up proto studio at my Pottery in Helsinki. But I have to say, Eri, this is first ones that she did, and I'm so happy with this. I think this gives so much more value for my food, my land food. When you sent the picture, because it was totally different what I was expecting, because I've seen your illustrations.
Oh yes.
But then I thought, oh, this is so much, it's so good. I don't say so much better because I haven't seen the other things you do yet. Because I think we have so much to learn and find out about this. And actually, I hope that today when we have, and next weekend when we have the Proto Studio, we get to talk with people, because when we are just learning in this now.
Yeah. でこれが一番最初に作ったプロトなんですけれども、これを見た時にすごくエーバはなんか気に入ってくれてですね、どんなものを作るか全然知らなかったので、なんかワーオっていう感じで驚いてくださって、でこの赤土ともすごくマッチしているっていうふうに思ってくださったみたいです。ちょっとこの素材が何かですね、ちょっと説明したいと思うんですけど、I can explain like what is exactly it is. Yeah. So in English first.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is actually about 14 or 13 years ago. I was in Okinawa, and then I was staying at this textile studio on Iriomote Island, and then I was doing the internship, for 1 month, and then I learned how to like make yarns, and then also dyeing and weaving, and then there I dyed some fabric using those indigo colors. Yeah, so I had this how to say leftovers. So I was thinking that using this fabric for this project first, for the first prototype, because I chose this the material and then this technique because I was thinking like what kind of lampshade would match your ceramics, and I understood your like values, and then so I was like not the mass production, and then natural color suits very well because this color is from the nature as well. So I was thinking then this natural dyeing suits very well with this project. That's how I like made the first proto. Then in Japanese.
Yes.
で日本語で説明すると、ですね、こちらは実は14年前かな、13年前に、沖縄でですね、私1ヶ月間西表島でですね研修をしたことがあるんですけれども、その時にいろいろですねこう生地を染めたり、あとはこう糸を染めたりで織りをしたりという 一通りのことをやらせていただいたんですけれども、その時のですね残りの布を使ってでランプシェードの最初のプロトを作ってみようと思いました。というのも何を使って何が一番この赤土の素材に合うかなと考えた時に、やっぱりこの赤土の色も自然の色なのでテキスタイルというかランプシェードもやっぱり自然の色合いがいいんじゃないかなっていうふうに考えて、であとはこれからの将来のことを考えるとやっぱり大量生産ではないので、大量生産ではないからこそ可能なことっていうと手仕事ですとか、あとは草木染めですとか、そういうものをちょっと取り組んでやってみたらいいのではないかなと思いまして、それで自宅にあったこの昔にですね染めた藍染めの余り布を使ってで最初のプロトを作りました。
That sounds so good in
Oh yeah,
Japanese.
really? Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask anytime.
Yes.
質問などありましたらいつでも聞いてください。拾ってお答えしたいと思います。
And also in YouTube, if you have any questions, just write down and we will answer. And I'm going to make a video about this.
This process.
Yes, well, and the live stream,
okay.
so that we can have it later on.
Okay,
too.
okay. Yeah. エイマさんが YouTube でもですねお届けするそうですのでお楽しみにしてください。
If we get to save the sound
Okay.
in this.
もし音がちゃんと成功していればということです。Yeah. Do you have any other comments?
No, I'm really happy about this, and I think that we have been thinking about making maybe a small production and unique. So both.
Yeah, yeah. ですね。ユニークな作品とあとは小さな少量の生産で商品化もできるといいなと思っています。Yeah.
But our small production is small because like I make myself the flower pots and I make them by hand, so I don't use molds.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's not a big production, but we hope we make something that stays for a long time. And
Yeah. It might be like we can also develop. So I was thinking like today that like maybe in Japan there are also many like how to say ceramic famous places for ceramic.
Yes.
And then I think there are so much like materials like natural materials as well, so we can make Japanese version as well.
Well, I wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah.
I think I have to go and do a study trip.
Oh yeah,
as
maybe
I hope we
can
get
go
to
visit.
travel.
Yeah.
Yes.
And maybe we can have a collaboration with the local artists or
That would be fantastic. Yes.
Yeah.
Is each table lamp unique, or will you have a series of this kind of the similar?
Well, I think we make a unique series now, but then we are planning to have like small series of the same product too, but not really big one, like not industrial scale.
Yeah, like rather small production.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the shades will be handmade?
Shades also, I think I can like try to find a way to produce like how to say small productions. Not like everything is made by me, because then this will be maybe too expensive and then taking too much time. So maybe we can find collaboration partners or small factories or maybe I was thinking about like these Japanese lamps, like paper lamps companies, for example.
That sounds so good.
I was thinking to have some collaboration with them, or yeah.
The plan is to make permanent things so that so classical that you can have them for many years and not just for a couple of seasons. So it's a small production but something you can save.
I have to translate sometimes.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I was too enthusiastic about talking. What were we talking about?
Small production.
Unique and small productions. Yeah. ですね、今はこのプロトが一つしかないんですけれども、そのうちですね、ユニークな作品もありき、また形を小さくしたりですねして、であとはまあ少量生産をしようと思っています。で、例えば日本に行って、日本のこの例えばこの土を使ったこのランプを作ったり、そんなことも発展できるんじゃないかなと思っています。あとはそうですね、私が全部ランプシェードを作るっていうととても時間がすごくかかりすぎるので、一緒にこうなんて言うんでしょうね、形を作ってそれを少量生産できるこうところを探したりとか、そういうパートナーを探していけたらなと思っています。はい。あとはyeah, I wanted to also try this finish colors, like using this mushroom dyeing or something like that. So let's see if I can try something out, like to see what's the finish color.
Yes.
Yeah. あとはですね、私が興味があることで、これは日本で染めた色なんですけれども、フィンランドでもですね、草木染めがあるので、例えばキノコ染めとかがあるんですね。なのでキノコ染めで染めたこの布を使ってユニークな作品を作ったり、そんなことも考えています。で、ちなみにこのですね、ランプシェードの、仕組みなんですけど、こんな感じでですね、なんて言うんでしょうね。Is this like what's the material? This actually this
metal.
yeah,
Yes.
メタルですねの骨組みなんですけれど、これはアンティークの市場っていうかそういうところで古いものを買ってきて、でそれにですねテキスタイルをこんな風に塗って作りました。その辺も結構環境に優しいデザインとは何かっていうのを考えながら。このプロジェクトは進めていけたらなと思います。
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
I think this was. Is there any questions? Does anybody want to ask anything from us? Or
Yeah. So 何かもし質問があったりしたらぜひ聞いてみてください。Yeah, so it's really nice to collaborate with you because you're like in a very different field and then with a different experience and knowledge, and then I think it's very nice.
I find it very inspiring too.
Yeah.
Yes.
このコラボレーションはすごく私にとっても刺激的で、というのもいつも大体一人で作業しているんですけれども、こういう異なる分野のこの専門家の人と一緒にコラボすることですごく可能性が広がるなっていうふうに思いました。エイバさんもそう感じてくれてるみたいです。
Always when you get to see something new and you don't know anything about it, it just gives you so much energy, I think.
Yeah. 未知のものに出会うとすごくわーってエネルギーが溢れるっていうふうに言ってます。というのも、Yeah, I can shortly tell your father, maybe from your father. He's 90-year-old.
No, he's 92, turning 93,
Okay.
and he has about 40 patterns.
Okay.
And so I think he has been a great inspiration on the creative side, because I always have people coming to me and they say, I have an idea for you. But I've never had any problems of getting ideas. I have more problems of how those ideas will be done. So.
いや、エイワさんもすごくエネルギーにあふれてる方で、それも血なのかなっていうんですけど、お父さんが92歳だそうなんですけども、40個ぐらいのこの特許を持っているということで、もう今でも仕事をされて、もうアイディアには尽きないって言ってます。どちらかというとそのアイディアをどうやったら実現できるのかっていう方が時間がないっていうことですね。Yeah, it's quite an inspiring story.
Yeah, and I think it's a good inheritance from my father and I come from a very big family. We have 6 siblings, and many of us are very have a lot of ideas and energy of what to do. So
And I think it's also nice that we're very how to say. Grew up in a different time and also in different places and with different ideas, and Yeah, I think it's also very rich, like collaboration, like with two people with the different ideas and coming up like with a new idea.
Yes, I think that's the way to broaden your mind. So.
Yeah. そうなんです。育った場所も全然違うし、年代も全然もう大先輩という感じなんですけれども、それでそういったなんかコラボレーションだからこそなんか生まれるようなことがあったりするのかなって思っています。はい。それでは maybe
It's this is, I think that's it. And please, you can write if there's any questions. Just write to us, and we are happy to tell more. And we will be posting in the Instagram and YouTube what we're doing in future too.
Yeah, future trip. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us.
今日はこれぐらいでインスタライブは終わろうと思うんですけれども、視聴してくださってありがとうございました。インスタでもですね、これからどういうふうに発展していくかっていうのを、お届けできたらと思います。フィンランドで赤土を使う陶芸は一般的なんでしょうか？ One question. So is it very common to use this red clay for the ceramics?
No, it's not. And actually, when I studied, I never used the local clay.
Not anymore. It used to.
Yeah,
be.
it was in the 1970s, and but when I studied, it was out of fashion, and we were really into buying foreign clays.
Yeah, okay.
And we in my when I studied, it was talks a little bit like I just said somebody. I read that somebody, a colleague mine, said that they are only ordering from abroad because our local clay is weak. And I thought, oh, how come it's weak? Because all the brick houses are made of it. But it was not. In Finland, they never appreciate what we have.
Yeah,
You have to get it from.
Yeah. I can understand. I can translate.
Yes.
答えはの、一般的ではないということですね。だんだん変わってきてはいるんですけれども、エヴァさんが勉強していた70年代の時はほとんどもう赤土は素材として使われてなくてですね、それで外国からのこの素材を使って作るっていうのが主流だったんですね。でフィンランドのあんまりなんて言うんでしょう、評価されていなかったというか、なんか弱いもの、あんまり脆いっていう風にですね、人々が思っていたっていうことですね。でもなんかエーヴァさんが言うには、なんでそれ弱いって言えるのかしら。このフィンランドの建物はフィンランドの赤土のレンガで作られているのにっていう感じで、なのでそういうような背景があって、but it has been changed little by little.
I think now it's getting to be a little bit in fashion.
Okay.
And also I think traditionally Finns were wood people, so we are the wood. Everything was made with wood. And the village where I get my clay, they had a first potter in 1886.
1886.
And he was usually they were from Germany or Sweden or from the Tsar of Russia moved people here, and they were, but they wasn't in Finland. We were using like in the old castles. They were eating in the big wooden bowl. Everybody had a wooden spoon.
Yeah. フィンランドではもっと昔の話に遡ると、陶器っていうのはですね、so the first ceramic was made in 18.
Where I get my clay.
There.
Yeah.
Okay.
They had the first potter in 1886. It was from Tammisaari, Ekenes, and they came from Germany and Sweden.
Okay. So この土を買っているこの村があるんですけども、そこで初めてですね、この陶芸家が陶器を作ったのは1880年代っていうことで、それまでは結構木材っていうのがすごく主流だったそうでですね、そんなに陶器っていうのはこの200年ぐらいでですね、フィンランドで根付いたっていうふうに話しています。Yeah, so it's quite new thing here in Finland.
And the local clay using, and they were in the villages. The people were using it for making bricks.
Yeah, okay. But
yeah.
でその赤土はこの、赤レンガ、建物を作るための赤レンガを作るために、主に使われていたってことですね。でも最近はこのローカルの素材を使うっていうのもだんだんこうトレンドというか流行になっていて、見直されてきているっていうことらしいです。
I'm not a history expert. Now I'm thinking if I'm giving wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know only in Somero they got 1886, the first potter in that town.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
歴史の専門家じゃないのでちょっと自信がなくなってきたということですが、彼女の知識によると1886年にその赤土をこのソメロっていう場所から赤土をですねソメロの赤土を使っているんですけれども、そこの場所で1886年に初めて陶器を作った方がいたっていうことらしいです。次のキノコ染めがとても興味深いです。どんな色の感じになるんでしょうか。私もまだですね作ったことがないのでですね、まだ未知の世界なんですけれど、ですね、ある何年前だったかな、結構前、10年ぐらい前にですね、私の友達のお母さんが作ったこのセーターをですね見たことがあって、でそれが全部キノコで染められた糸っていうのを聞いたんですけれども、そこにはオレンジ色だったり緑だったり赤だったりすごくいろんな色がありました。次、エリさんのオリジナルの布のランプセーターが素敵だと思います。ありがとうございます。そうですね、いろんなユニークなこのプロジェクトのいいところはなんて言うんでしょう、少量生産なのでいろんなフレキシブルにいろんなことを試せるっていうのがいいなと思っていて、例えば自分の布のこの余り布で作ってみたりとか、そんなこともやってみようかなと思っています。もし何かリクエストとかこんなの見てみたいなとかそんなのもあったらぜひ教えていただけると嬉しいです。Somebody said that like she would like to see the lampshade using my original fabrics.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I can try. And the good thing about this project is small production, so I can be flexible and make different ones.
And I think it's a good way to do the design too.
Yeah.
It's like I'm finding out the feet yet.
Yeah.
And yeah.
はい。素敵な自然の色になりそうです。楽しみだ。ありがとうございます。はい。
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. 他に何か質問はありますか？また、we can have Insta live again sometime when we have more.
Definitely. Yes, and I will make a video because my friend has been filming here, and so I will make, if we get the soundtrack from this, then I will make a video where there's more pictures of our works and I will put it in the YouTube later on.
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
またインスタライブをやってもいいねっていうふうに言っていまして、またいくつかプロトタイプができたりしたらいいねっていうふうに言っています。あとはエーマさんは今学生もしていてですね、それでなんて言うんでしょう、ビデオの編集とかも学んでいらっしゃるので、ウドゥンバラのYouTube チャンネルがあって、そこでもいろいろ発信していってくれるそうです。もう本当いくつになってもチャレンジしてる姿が本当にかっこいいなって思います。I said that like you're studying this media thing, and I'm really inspired that you keep challenging. And
it's so much fun. Yes. Don't wait too much of the videos. They are very amateur.
Yeah, thank you. どうもありがとうございました。
Thank you.
またお届けします。ちょっとじゃあこの